Hello friends, Techman Pat here. Today we are going to be talking about gaming controllers, and don't let this box fool you. It is mangled, it looks destroyed, but what was inside and is here now is an excellent little gaming accessory. This, my friends, is the EasySMX Gamer's Choice game controller. Now it looks exactly the same as an Xbox One, which looks exactly the same as an Xbox 360 controller. And it is actually wireless, also with a 2.4 gigahertz connection. It also has USB-C connectivity to charge an internal battery, and it doesn't have or suffer the same issues as the Xbox 360 controller. And you know what, comparably to this, because this one here also comes with batteries. In fact, I went on eBay and bought this little adapter that you can actually put basically a battery pack here, and you don't need to use batteries. Now, it's black, it doesn't look very nice, and it still feels a bit aged. There's still two micro B connections here, and this is a top of the line Microsoft product. So when I got sent this, I was actually quite excited because I said, hang on, there's no little attachments, it's USB-C, it looks exactly the same, almost feels the same, and it's only 27 American dollars, which is pretty good, so about 35 bucks Australian. Now, that seems like a pretty good deal. So is it actually any good, and what does it work with? Well, first of all, unfortunately, no, it doesn't work with an Xbox, and that's just it. It's just typical Microsoft. But it does work with a PS3 or a PS4, and you've got a little dongle to connect to. So if you ever wanted to use an Xbox controller for a PlayStation, this is pretty good. But it's also pretty good because when you have guests, or maybe your annoying little brothers or sisters and they want to play, you can give them the sort of the odd controller out. But it still doesn't mean they'll have a experience. So main thing I'm going to be using it for is my computer and a gaming laptop. And that's where this shines. Plugs in straight away, and it's very easy to charge and easy to take with you because, again, it's that USB-C connection that you don't have to carry an extra charging port or a charging cable that requires something else. Let's talk connectivity. It is actually pretty spot on. You plug it in and off you go. There's no software to set up, there's nothing to set up because it's supposed to be as generic as possible. All the buttons are remappable, obviously in every game. They're all matched up to be used with an Xbox controller, so all your games already supported, so it's very easy to set up. It's literally plug in and go. The USB itself is really light. You can see it light up with a little red light when it's connected, and so does this actually light up, so it's really quick. I was actually surprised how quickly it joined and connected. You can also use it wired, so if there's a device that doesn't have the ability to have it, wireless, which, or the battery runs out, you can always just plug it in and use it that way. So what is it like to actually use? First of all, it's a very, very solid piece of plastic. It actually has proper screws, and I've held some in the past that have been actually crappy. Like you pick it up and you kind of try and squeeze it and it actually starts creaking. Luckily with this, it doesn't, so the build quality is actually really good. It's plastic, like don't get me wrong, this has a nice little mesh around it and it feels quite premium, but this is one solid piece of plastic with little mesh side things cut in here that kind of gives you a bit of a grip. The actual knobs or the sticks that are here actually feel really, really solid, and I would even say better than the Xbox 360 controller and better than the Xbox One. This feels a little bit better than this one here. This feels like it has more texture, maybe because it's new, but this hasn't even been used that long. This feels a bit light in the hand. This is a lot heavier, and maybe some people would like a lighter one, but I actually prefer this one myself. Now these front bumpers here are excellent, they work very well. However, these ones sound a lot better. The actual shape of these are really, really nice. Lets you sit your finger on there really nicely. And this one here is basic, it's just a square, almost a rectangle, so you gotta click it. But here's the thing, right? This costs $80, and that's off Amazon. And you still need batteries, and it's still obviously, and if you even get the PC version, it's still about, well, it's $80 because now you can use the same ones as this with your PC. But this costs 35 Australian dollars. And it looks exactly the same and feels exactly the same and plays really, really well too. Like there's no difference between using this and that. So for about 1/4 or 1/3 of the price, you're getting control that's fairly comparable in its quality, but luckily, I got to test it, and when you're buying products from overseas, you never know if it's actually any good. And I gotta say, for 35 bucks, it's pretty good. I'm very happy with it. So, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna say on the final thing? Is it better than an Xbox One controller? Of course it's not. This is still premium looking and feeling. Yeah, it's got a better battery setup, but I mean, how often do you change batteries, right? You tell me, guys. Let me know in the comments how often you change your batteries in your controller. But for 35 bucks, this controller right here probably sets themselves apart from the 360s or the ones you get for the computer because of the price. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll put a link below where you can check this out. And I believe there is some specials on it at the moment. I don't have a discount code or anything. Obviously, I don't have any involvement with it. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you with another video.